Where's it? Wait, let me get this off the screen. I know I'm keeping that. Bad chat ideas, I'm keeping that up there. You people deserve to be shamed for your stupid ideas. No, I'm not playing Mario Party 2 ever again. I'm already done. I've already lost like interest in speedrunning. I'm done. Sorry. MP2 is truly dead now. This is like a Pokemon ROM? No, it's a regular game. Are you stupid or something? This is a regular normal game. You suck? I don't like the speedruns anymore, sorry. And also chat wasn't liking it either. Viewership was dead. And normally I try not to think about it, but yeah, I was losing interest. Chat was losing interest. There's almost no reason now. MP2 was the only reason I came back. Well, sayonara. I hate viewers like you. Only watch for speedruns and then leave afterwards. Seemed miserable? Yeah, because interest was dying. I was just not having fun with it. Viewership is always dead? Okay, well, then I might as well do something I like still with dead viewers instead of doing something I don't like with dead viewers. Right? At least like one of those things has to be like somewhat good. Oh yeah, I do want to showcase the other mods I made for this. Now this is really, I think I made about like 5 of them. 5 of them. Can you play a ROM hack of MP2? What's the point of playing a ROM hack? Blood, there's no saving it, dude. The speedrun scene is dead. I have almost no interest in it, dude. Get over it. I gotta move on. Oh yeah, so yeah, this mod menu. This is essentially the thing I wanted to add is like a thing I just have in game to just manipulate the game data or like item generation or what have you. You play a modded version of this game, half nobody knows about. Yeah, because I like this game. I don't like Mario Party 2, at least anymore. Yeah, so for the first mod, it's what inspired the rock only run of the game to like only have rocks. This screen controls item generation inside a dungeon. Each filter shows if it's on or off. On means it will spawn in a dungeon, off means it doesn't. And it's almost all item categories. Would you have more fun exposing your asshole on stream than playing MP2 now? Yeah. Most likely. Is it even possible to beat the game with the rock only? I just proved conclusively no. I reached only 1/3 of the main story dungeon with the rocks only. So no. As the science shows, no. But yeah, all item categories right here. You have scrolls, grass, staffs, arrows, onigiri, shields, the money, rocks, pots, bracelets, swords, incense, buns, and traps. And you can all toggle those on or off individually. And as shown in the game, sometimes items leak through. Like there was that one pot that showed up in a shield. It's not perfect, but it works pretty well. And that was the first big achievement, being able to control which items spawned in the dungeon. It was pretty cool. Do people speedrun this game? Maybe check the leaderboards. This guy seriously won't get over me not speedrunning anymore. And let me toggle that off. Oh, but yeah, okay, that was the first big, great mod. Controlling items that generate in a dungeon. That was pretty cool. The second one I went for, I think, was like just a simple cosmetic mod. I want to change like just like the color of Shiren. Right here. The color modification. Unfortunately, it's just like the whole model of Shiren. It doesn't change like the armor he's wearing or the hat. This changes his whole color. And you have, simple color presets, red, purple, blue, gold. So let me show you. Toggle it on. Let's say I want Shiren to be purple. 4. So if I load into a new room, Shiren's whole model will change into purple. Like this. Look at that, he's purple now. I wish I could have done it like individual, like models, like body parts. I couldn't, but just him changing colors in general was pretty cool. Yeah, this was the big project I was working on for like all the days I was off this week, the weeks I was off like months ago. I was working on this. Maybe just a timer enthusiast like the rest of us. Okay. Oh yeah, and it doesn't apply automatically. You have to transfer, you have to load into a new room to change the color. But again, it's still pretty cool. And then let me do like cyan. And then boom, look, he's cyan. Oh yeah, for some reason I can't load the menu when I'm in like this dungeon layout. When Shiren is moving, you know, like tile per tile, I can't load in that menu. It just freezes the game. What if I beat your times in MP2, then maybe you'd come back? No, I'm just done with it. I don't like it anymore. The viewers didn't like it. There's no point. And if I'm not doing it out of passion, then I'm only doing it for viewership. That's how streaming goes. So yeah, that's also a cool thing. It's purely cosmetic. Just want to, you know, make the game look different. Do pink. It's not a Yexy pink. It's just like pink. It looks more like a super bright, light red, but it's still like somewhat pink. Pain, get over it, dude. I gave you 3 years of Mario Party. Should have enjoyed it then. Oh yeah, I tried after this. I tried getting a color mod that would like split in half, so at least like Shiren would be like left one color, right another color. I couldn't get that to work, so I just let it rest. Just one whole color. I was here for 3 years of MP2. Yeah, should have enjoyed it. Should have enjoyed it then. Okay, dude, fuck off with the Mario Party. I'm trying to focus on this. Fuck, I hate you. Alright, so yeah, that's the second mod I was working on. Couldn't get split color, couldn't get individual like session colors, just the whole model. Got him. And then third, okay, this part was also pretty cool. I want to work on actually like affecting item, not just item generation, but like either item data or would eventually become like adding whole new items to the game. This one is called throw transformation. I just had the simple idea of seeing like, can I change an item into another item? And you know, the game has that. There's like there's a transmutation pot in the game. You put it in an item, changes into another item. But this one, it's throw transformation. When you throw an item, it changes it into another item just by throwing it. So let's toggle it. Now if I enter a dungeon and I pick up an item, like this right here, large onigiri, and I throw it, it will change it into another item. Boom, look at that, a sword. Bye, Lud. Change it to a golden sword, and if I throw the sword, it becomes a bracelet. And if I throw the bracelet, it becomes a staff. So you can just change any item just by throwing it. I was so proud when I finally got this one working. There's maybe no like actual application, like you can't do this in a challenge or something, but it's just cool to do it. Like mostly it's cool to show that it's possible in the game to do it. And then look, if you throw the scroll, it becomes grass. That was it was so cool when I finally got this working. Look, a golden katana. Back in the day was great. Yeah, I falsely assumed that I can get back that old nostalgia of Mario Party. Nope. Just didn't work. I like every other freaking Fruitigal era. I can't think of another nostalgia like community. It never comes back. You gotta go over it. But yeah, this is just pretty cool. It's just throw an item and it transforms. Wish we could go back. We can't. Get over it. Imagine dropping a 4-kilogram onigiri onto someone's head, totally compact their spine. Yeah, that kind of would do that. Yeah, that's another cool thing. Alright, another one is... Let me turn that off just in case. Oh yeah, the starter kit. I want to see if I can actually affect the inventory when the player moves into the dungeon. Like, can I give the player starting items? Which is definitely possible because there's plenty of like special dungeons that give the player like, you know, whatever items are necessary. And luckily I got that going too. So I could essentially create like a custom inventory for the player to have when they enter a dungeon. No one even speedruns in between anymore, like it's dead. Yeah, it's dead. If I'm not speedrunning it, no one's playing it, dude. I was the last soldier. Now no one is. People move on, like you should. And so now, luckily, I can create a custom starting inventory when a player enters a dungeon. I can't get it down to specific, like, if I want an item like cursed or blessed, as in you can't remove it unless you uncurse it, or blessed as in you can use it twice. But I can't input custom items into the player's inventory. I'll do this as a test. As a test, I'll add power grass, a bronze sword, and large onigiri into the player's inventory. All right, let me turn that on. Bronze sword and onigiri. And then when you load into a dungeon, it's hard to move on to gold like MP2. You just gotta try it. And oh. Okay, it gave me 2 of everything for some reason. But it technically works. It gave me the freaking starting inventory. It wasn't supposed to be two of everything, but you know, it kind of works. That's like the gist of it. The thing I was trying to do next was actually a close application of actual like making it challenging was limiting the inventory. By default, Shiren has 20 slots in his inventory. I want to narrow that down to like just half. Couldn't get that to work, but that's like the next big modification I want to work on. Getting limited inventory, because that's an automatic challenge. Even more strenuous like resource management. But again, just getting this to work, putting in items, it was pretty awesome. All right, next up is... Oh yeah, the camera zoom. This actually came from FrameBreeze. He mentioned this like 5 to 4 days ago, and that immediately kicked back my interest into modifying this game, which is why I took like 3 days off from stream. Because this was also an idea I wanted to toy with, because I like the idea of being like super zoomed out from the game. So as soon as I got that idea, yeah, from FrameBreeze, I took 3 days off from streaming. So blame FrameBreeze for me not streaming. It's his fault. So yeah, now you can, with this, you can zoom out the camera really far to get like a bird's eye view of the entire arena. Let's arm it. How do you get past the fog? I think the fog is already solved, so let's do it. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's on. So yeah, with zoom on, when you go into a dungeon, boom, look at that. It's a true like bird's eye super zoomed out view. And what's even better about this is that you don't need the mini map for this, because you can see almost like, you know, a half of the map or like 3/4 of the map. And it makes the game look like, you know, like small diorama figurines. No, MP2 sounds like I gotta go and may never return. I'm gonna miss you, old buddy, MP2. Fuck off. I hate you people. Also, you can control it. Like, you can, of course, zoom in further. But the glory is zooming out full like this. This definitely doesn't pose a challenge because, you know, you can see everything. You can see all potential threats looming around corners and everything. But it's, again, it's mostly cool just because, like, you can do it. Just a nice, like, super zoomed out perspective. So thank you, FrameBreeze, for both. I mean, again, I already had the idea, but thank you, FrameBreeze, for like reigniting my interest in this. And again, it's your fault for me not streaming for 3 days. It kind of makes it more like, was it like top-down RPG? The game is already kind of top-down, but this is more like, even more like top-down. What does zooming out the cam even do? Like, what's the point? The point that it's freaking sick, you dumbass. I just said why, because you can do it. It's cool because you can do it. How's that sick? You're starting to piss me off, Flood Bud. You're on thin ice, dude. Okay. Thanks for that, I guess. Oh, also, it works in the small, like, warehouse. So even, like, essentially any room that keeps that turn-based movement can do that zoom out camera thing. Look at him, he's so tiny. Bending the game to your will, basically a god. Yeah, I'm basically the god of this universe. Yeah, I can craft it to my own desire. Imagine being able to zoom out the map in MP2. I guess that would be cool, yeah. But yeah, that's another cool feature. Why not I? Alright, next is... Oh yeah, this is what I was just working on. Actually, working off, I was trying to do some things with the enemies, like mess with like enemy spawn rates. But that wasn't going anywhere because the pain of doing the whole item thing, I have to catalog all of the items and all of like all of the like ID pairs that they have that's associated with the item, and then put into a database for the plugin to reference. And with the enemies, I have to do the same thing. I didn't want to do that, so I held off on building up enemy stuff and just worked on the items. I was able to make custom items in the game, as in like I can take a base item, manipulate its data with the plugin, and have it behave differently. Essentially making a new item. I could put in custom items into the game. And I'll show you like I only have two of them right now. And also the reason I was late to stream today is because I was working on the second item. But I'll show you. Let's enable it. The first item I worked on was Infinite Onigiri, or Gairi again, however it's pronounced. You know, with normal onigiris that you eat it once and it's gone. You get like 30 fullness on your hunger bar and then it's gone. But with infinite onigiri, you eat it forever and ever and ever. It just stays in your inventory. And this was mostly a test just to see, like, can I manipulate actual item behavior so that I can make a custom item? So let me show you. Let me up the percentage. That one's a both. How old is this game? When did it come out? I think it was like 2024. It's really recent. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find some infinite onigiri and then I'll show you. He's gonna end up making a pocket pussy in Shiren. No, not really. I should have just freaking like manipulated onigiri spawns, but whatever. Actually, let me do that. Doesn't need to actually play through like a regular game. Off. Turn off rocks. Okay. Let me try to show it again. Boom, here it is already. And also, one thing that was strangely hard to do was actually change the name and description of the item. That, it may not look like it, but it was kind of difficult to change just that name to put infinite and then this item description. But that was kind of important to me to actually make it visually distinctive that this is a different item. But yeah, this is my first custom item. Infinite onigiri. Onigiri you can eat forever. So if you go to it, eat, it's back in your inventory. And then if you eat it, it's back in your inventory. And if you eat it, it's back in your inventory. And if you eat it again, it's back in your inventory. And this was the first gray one, just infinite. You just, again, it's just custom mod item. It was just cool like to put it in there as a thing. It's just right there. Yeah, you just become fat for free. Can you make it so when you eat it, you get fatter? I mean, well, you get sumo mode. Right, watch. If you keep eating it, you get the sumo mode. Hold on. Any second now. You'll become sumo, like really fat. Hold on, just a little bit longer. There it is. Sumo mode. Yeah, I mean, it's in the... This is a default freaking, like, model, Fat Shiren, when he eats a lot. But it was just cool to finally get it. Because it's one thing just to, like, you know, manipulate item spawns in the dungeons. To put in your own items in the game, it was just so cool. It was a major milestone in terms of being able to, like, change the game and modify the game. There's Fat Shiren strats? What do you mean, like, strat to get fatter? Can you run through walls? Actually, I think you can. Yeah, in sumo mode, you can punch through walls. I think if you have a weapon, you can do it. I'm pretty sure you can, because in the sumo dungeon, you can do it. Let me see. I'm pretty sure you can. Whatever. They've already taken all my ideas. I mean, they had them way before you had the idea. Okay. Okay, that's the first custom item. The one I was working on, I think today. Yeah, I think I had the idea for this item today, and why I was late for stream today. It's the item spawning staff. So instead of turn that off, I want to try to manipulate each category of items, and this is the next one. It's a staff that when you wave it or waft it, whatever, it spawns a random item in your inventory. I had a little trouble with this because I didn't know which base staff to use for the plugin to reference, but then I luckily found one. All right, let me toggle it and then enable staffs. Turn off onigiri. I try to make it initially that when you wave the staff, it will produce the item in front of you on like the tile in front of you. That didn't really work. So the best option was just to put the item in your inventory. Even though that makes it a bit too easy, it's the best I can do right now. Swing-a-ling-a-ling, my ding-a-ling-a-ling. What are you typing? What's up, Nightcow? I mean, I have both a yellow and a gold bow tie. I think this one's gold-ish. But yeah. Okay, let me show you the second custom item. It's the... What's up, Nightcow? Goodbye, Nightcow. Okay, first let me pick up an item spawning staff, and then I'll show you. This was truly the first big milestone. When I'm able to like manipulate the item data this much. Truly anything is possible in the game now. It's a knockback staff. Oh, there's an invisible one right there. From 1 to 10, how much does the idea of a Shiren movie excite you? It's kind of interesting. It sounds hard to do because he's like Link. He's a silent protagonist. Like, Shiren doesn't even make sound effects. You know, like Link, he has sounds for when he gets hurt, when he jumps. Shiren literally says nothing. Copa does all the talking. So it would be interesting, but yeah, I kind of like it. Oh, here it is. And it's so much better when like the name itself is right there instead of just like having it be like the normal thing. When it's visually distinctive that it's a custom item right here. So yeah, here it is, the item spawning staff. Wave it to create a random item. And unfortunately, again, it can't be in front of you, but if you wave it, boom, you get an unlucky seed. You wave it again. Weighted incense. You wave it again. An iron shield. You wave it again. Lapis lazuli bracelet. You wave it one more time. You get seawall grass. So this was the best consolidation, I think the word is. I couldn't get the item to spawn in front to pick it up, but spawning in inventory, just as good. Yeah, and that's why I was late for stream today, because I was making that item. The game freeze? I don't know what this plugin is doing to the game, but it's lagging. Yeah, not the best, like, solid modification, but the game is seriously lagging. Okay, there it is. But I think that's the last one too, but yeah. That's why I was gone for all those weeks, and I was not streaming for the last 3 days, because I was doing that. I was freaking just becoming a god in my favorite game. And I, of course, have ideas for more things I want to do, like changing the enemy spawn rates. I want to try to make like like presets for like challenge ideas, like staff only runs, or like a behemoth only runs or something like that. I just want to see how much more of the game I can change. Is save? Okay, no, it's still in here. And yeah, that's what I was doing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, the mod menu, the colors, throw transformation, starter kit, camera, items. Yeah, it's everything. That was everything I was able to accomplish in maybe a cumulative like month's time. Of course it'll get easier as like, since I know more and more about the game, I know I can change it and mess with it. Yeah, it's just cool. All right, hope y'all enjoyed. Oh yeah, okay, that's actually the end. Want to do the challenge, showcase that stuff. Hope y'all enjoyed. I will be live tomorrow. Be back to the normal stuff. Let's roll credits. Go Bosnia. Oh, did Bosnia score again? No, they're losing. Oh, nice. Good job, Bosnia. And Herzegovina. Thanks for the 8 bits, Frame Breeze. Is anyone live right now? I doubt it. No. All right, have a good rest of your mornings, afternoons, and evenings. Bye, Endon. And that's that. Bye, Frame Breeze. Bye, M and Q. 44.